Hey guys, it's Dag, and it is Tataru Tuesday, which means I'm playing Final Fantasy XIV. And I've got Chad Fist, who's my monk, and I had Buzz sitting on my lap, but now he's waiting for me to open the door, so hang on a second. Come on, Buzz. Alright, see you later. You ever have one of those things where you've got someone who sits and just basically watches you and it's like, okay, I want to sit in your lap right now, but the minute you close the door, it's like, okay, I'm done. Open the door. So I open the door, and of course he decides that he has to get off of my lap and go out the door. So I don't know, either he doesn't like the stream or whatever the case is, but hey, too bad. So, I want to let you all know the holiday for today. I've actually got a couple of them. One of them is a fun one. It's called Swap Ideas Day. And given our current kind of climate that we're in with regards to people just being like this all the time, I wanted to share that Swap Idea Day is about sharing each other's ideas between two people or a group of people and such. And the whole idea, I think, behind it is to be sure that you're listening to the other person. You can tell someone something, but the question is, are they listening? And someone can tell you something, but if you've got blinders on, you're not going to hear what they have to say either. So the whole aspect behind Swap Ideas Day is to be open-minded and listen to what someone else has to say about something, because you never know when you're going to actually learn something. And as a lifelong learner, I am continuously taking classes and doing stuff like that. I want to learn stuff, and I want to hear what other people have to say. So I'm not going to go any further than that, because people can kind of take this information and use it the way that they want to. I do have one other international holiday that I wanted to talk about, and this one is a lot more serious. This one has to do with International Suicide Prevention Day, and I wanted to let you all know that today is a day to kind of bring awareness to the fact that there are a lot of people out there that are struggling with their mental health, and there are resources that are available for people. So whether you want to utilize the 988 phone number, which is here in the United States, is a toll-free number that's available for suicide discussion. They have resources that are available. They can refer you to physicians, to mental health resources and such, or whether you have a local hotline that you can use. The bottom line, or if you have church or a counselor or a good friend, reach out to them, because you're not alone in this. There are more and more people I have found that are struggling with mental health, yours truly including, that need help and need to reach out to people and need to speak and talk about the things that they're going through. And it's amazing what can happen when you find out that you're not going through this by yourself. There are tools and resources and things available to help you out. So that's the serious one I wanted to let you guys know about. And let's move off of that stuff, because I'm going to go ahead and get into Chad Fist and see what he's up to. Chad is leveling as a monk. He is currently about a level 53, I think, something like that. 52. He's a level 52. He's almost ready to hit 53. And he is in the in-between stages of the original game, Final Fantasy XIV: A Realm Reborn, and the first expansion that was released, which is Heavensward. And I've not played Final Fantasy all the way through, so I don't have any characters at level whatever it is now. I think it's level 90, 100, something like that. I don't know. But I've not played any characters that way. So Chad is my first character up to 52, and he's going to go hopefully the duration, and we'll see how it goes. And I've been getting into more and more difficult content, and we've been kind of going through this, and it's been interesting. So yeah, let's let's get into this and see what's going on as soon as my screen refreshes here. And yeah, he's even got his sprout symbol up there still. So let's talk to Tataru because she has a message for me. Oh, I've been so caught up with the recruiting that I almost forgot. There's been word from Alphanod. Of course there is. Apparently the Alliance leaders are convening in Ul'dah to discuss Ishgard's plight. And they've requested your presence as usual. Anyway, you'd best make your way to Ul'dah, and you'll be late. Alphanod said that he would meet you at the Royal Promenade. Okay. And that means I get to go take a teleport taxi over to Ul'dah. And we're going to go there now. And here we are. Let's see. I gotta go. Oh, I could take the Ethernet. I could take that up to. Let's see. I gotta go to the Chamber of Rule. Yep, that's where I need to go. And then he's probably over on the other side, like usual. They can't make it so you're like standing, you come out and you're right there. You have to like go and stand around and run around all the way around the hole in order to get in. Alphanod. My apologies for calling you away from your tasks. I had hoped to proceed with these negotiations one leader at a time, but it seems my urgent requests for an audience have prompted a gathering of the council. Needless to say, I felt obliged to attend. The Alliance leaders are already seated within. Let us join them, shall we? Did he say Alliance? Lord. No, okay, it's the Alliance. Wrong game, sorry. I've been playing too much World of Warcraft lately. Alright, I guess he's explaining it to him. And some of them are not impressed. We are well aware of Ishgard's dilemma, and we agree with your assessment. Then I trust there are no objections to the Crystal Brave's intervention. Ul'dah has none. Gridania does not object. The Crystal Braves are yours to command, Alphanod. Do what you will. We shall pray for your success. I don't know. Sometimes I pray for him to get slaughtered, but hey. It was my hope that you would offer more substantial aid than prayer. I know it is within your means. Do not presume that you have knowledge of every concern. The Garleans and the Beast Tribes are but two of many. We are not in a position to contribute greatly to the defense of Ishgard, not when our own homes are still under siege. We dare not leave our interests in Cartano undefended as well. Telegia Legi is ilk would seize control of the territories in our absence. The enemy is at our gates, and you would cower behind yours? No one is cowering, boy. We will offer what support we can. Thank you, Raban. I support. A handful of men and no more. Would that we could commit more than a token force to this cause, yet there are others to whom you might turn. The free companies are want for work. Ah, yes, the free companies. They not like to turn you down. I beg your pardon. You would entrust the survival of Ishgard to sellswords? Crises like these are the very reason why this alliance was formed. It is our duty to aid our fellow man. My duty is to my country and my people. Thank you, Admiral. If you expect us to place the welfare of a foreign power above our own, you're going to be sorely disappointed. Lest you doubt, Limsa comes first, then the Alliance, and finally, circumstances permitting, Ishgard and the rest. If you can understand so simple a concept, then you have no place at this table. He's not a very good politician, is he? Forgive me, Admiral. I was careless in my choice of words. I suggest you assemble a party of elite adventurers, assuming you haven't already. Your fellows served as well during Operation Archon. I dare say they will do so again. I guess he's talking to me. He's talking to Chad. All right. I'll get all the superheroes together. Time to get Team Marvel. If I may, Your Grace, I wish to propose a redistribution of forces. If we entrust the security of Ul'dah to the Brass Blades for a time, we can dispatch a larger force to Ishgard. She's reading her cell phone. Get off your text messages, girl. Your Grace. They're talking to you. Yes, of course. Do what you will. She's already given up. Raban's a little suspect there. He's like, what the hell is going on with you, girl? So in our last episode, she quit. She's like, I'm pulling the plug. I'm getting out of here. I'm leaving. Goodbye. And he's like, what is going on? Is her Grace not feeling well? To the best of my knowledge, her Grace is in perfect health. I see. Carry on. I wonder if you can find those glasses somewhere. Those are kind of cool. It's like half rims, except they're not... I've seen the half rims where they're just the top portion, you know, and then it's just lens on the bottom. But I've never seen them where it's like lens, you know, the metal on the bottom or the portion of the frame on the bottom and then the lens on the top. I don't know. That might be kind of weird anyway. All right, let's talk to Alphanod and see what he's up to. Oh, another cutscene. There's a hell of a lot of cutscenes in this. Once again, I owe you an apology. It seems you have been conscripted into leading a contingent of adventurers on yet another mission of inestimable danger. But I fear we have been left with little alternative. We cannot well abandon Lord Hountrefant and Sir Amarek to their fate. We must abide by the Council's decision, as short-sighted as it is, and strive to fulfill our roles as Eorzea's guardians. Captain Ilberd, what news? The assault has begun? We have but this moment concluded our audience with the Alliance leaders. Move our forces into position. Your unit will join House Durandare at the Steel Vigil. Man the cannons alongside the knights and thin the Davarian horde ere we descend upon Ishgard. See, it is the horde. Horde and Alliance, right? Here we go. World of Warcraft all over again. I will join you as soon as I am able. Chad, I would have you and your adventurer allies bolster the defenses at the Steps of Faith. Report first to at the gates of judgment, and we will direct you to where you are needed most. May the gods grant us victory. Okay. And where am I going? The Gates of Judgment. I don't know where that is. I'm going to have to find them. Alright, so I go to Camp Dragonhead or Ishgard. Oh, I haven't tuned in with Ishgard yet, so I guess we're going to go to Camp Dragonhead. And get the map back up and... Well, I wanted the map. It's over there somewhere. Alright. That's right, I can get on my weird mount. My flying chicken. So I gotta admit, I almost pulled the trigger on a bunch of fun mounts and stuff. They were having a sale for this game on their website. And it's like, oh, I could get like a motorcycle and all that stuff. And it's like, I may still do it. It was on sale yesterday, and it's like the sale's ended now. But yeah, if you go to the Square Phoenix website, they have like a tab there for like a store. And yeah, some of the stuff's kind of like meh. But so the in-game stuff seems to be pretty cool. I don't have any Final Fantasy t-shirts or anything. I need to find some decent ones to be able to wear during the streams and stuff. It's like, nothing around. So yeah. Mark Cleon. Okay. Mark Cleon? You are appointed captain of the sellsword contingent? Then welcome. There is no shortage of blade work to be done. As we speak, Davarian, Dravanian skirmishing parties are harrying positions across the Central Highlands. I've assigned the Crystal Braves and your fellow adventurers to contain these scattered attacks, and for the present, I would have you join them. This, of course, is merely a precursor to the assault on Ishgard proper. The wily serpents seek to divide and confuse our forces, but we will not be so easily drawn out of position. The Temple Knights will remain on the steps of faith and continue our preparations. Then the Horde arrives in force. They shall face a wall of Ishgardian steel. Report back to me once your advanced skirmishers are slain. Alright, and so where do I have to go? Not through that gate, obviously. I need to go out and around. Yeah, let's make it as difficult as possible to get to where you need to be. My Magitech mount. I like this mount. So is this the place I didn't have tuned into? Maybe. Although I didn't see a... No, maybe not. Oh, did I pass it? Nope. It's down here. Okay. Oh, of course, there's a big dragon standing in the middle of everything. Well, that's right. The dragons are attacking. You sense a hostile presence. Oh, really? Alright, let's get rid of these guys. Oh, this could be bad. There's a whole lot of them. The Assault Ren is history, though. Little arm of the Destroyer. See if I can get rid of these. Oh, more. Alright, I need to, like, break up. Oh, these guys. Fine. Oh, I'm already half down. Ooh, shit. That's not good. God dang it. One down. Can I get the other? If I stay out of the shit, maybe. Oh, good. Alright. Yay! Alright, where's my... Okay, I keep forgetting where my heels are. Where did I put my heels? Besides on the back of my feet. Oh, it's right there, second wind. I shouldn't have it over here. I should, like, put it someplace else. So let me unlock this. Leg sweep, limit break, and second wind. There we go. Unlock that up. All right, now where? Back to the gate again? I don't know. Defeat the... Oh, now I have to go to Providence Point. Okay. Well, they're gonna let me fly over a chasm. That's nice. A sea of clouds. Where am I? Am I supposed to be up there? Oh, wow. Okay. That's as far as I can go, so I guess I gotta be up at the top. Alright, so we'll just like climb, climb, climb. Till it tells me, sorry, you can't get up here. You're up too high. There we are. Alright, so this is the area. Oh, I see it. Okay, so we got a Downy Avis. A Downy Avis. I guess I'm going to down the Avis then. Hi. You're pretty low level, but I don't want something sneaking up on me, so we'll just do it that way. I want to be facing the guys when they come after me. There we go. One down. And here comes some more. Go ahead and spit stuff over there. It doesn't bother me. Oh, 3 more. Lovely. There's got to be another. Where is it? Oh, that one over there. The Horde Commander. So is this Thrall? Got him. Okay, now I gotta go back to report to Marcyclane. Marcy? Marcy for short. You can fly no higher. Want to bet? Oh, yep, okay. You're right, I can't. Was there like a path I was supposed to take? Instead of like flying straight across the chasm? I guess so. We're gonna go this way. I want to see where I am on the map. That looks like Dragonhead. I was going to say, I just came from here. Now we'll go back over to the other castle. What news, adventure? The reinforcements decimated, you say? Dravanian devils, damn their scaly hides. Hold fast to your grief and fury, sir. We will avenge the deaths of your fellows in the battle to come. Alright. And Steps of Faith. Sir MacLean wishes you... to prepare you for the siege of Ishgard. McLean. Isn't he like a police officer for New York? Ere you commit yourself to the siege, you should know what it is you are tasked with defending. Beyond the gates of judgment lie the steps of faith, a great bridge of stone that leads directly to the city of Ishgard. More than simply a means to cross the sea of clouds, the bridge serves as a foundation for the arcane wards that form the barrier we called Danifin's Collar. Alas, in dispelling the barrier's outermost layer, that thrice-damned witch Iceheart stripped the bridge of its protection, and thus are the dragons now able to land unhindered upon the steps of faith. Okay, this guy's got a coffee can on his head. Should there, either that or it's like a tin can, you know, one of those, put a tin can, cut a little slot in it, you got yourself a Halloween costume, right? Should the Devanians succeed in destroying the remainder of the wards, the winged devils will be free to swarm within the city itself. Needless to say, we cannot suffer that to happen. It shall be our task as defenders to prevent any harm from coming to those of the bridge wherein the wards are sealed. The yet remain, and we have dispatched our forces accordingly. We have yet remain. I would ask you and your comrades to accompany our defenders at the outermost ward. I should hope that includes us as well. Yes, and it is all. Oh, okay. There's a few other friendly faces, so I don't have to do this by myself. Yay! The signs of the seventh dawn. Well, a portion of them. We could not stand idly by the while the horde threatens the good people of Ishgard. Indeed, I do otherwise go against all that Master Louisoix has taught us. As for where we may be of most assistance, I think it prudent we divide into two groups. Ida and I will join the rear guard. Right, and the dragons should reach us, we'll be sure to give them what for. Okay. Thank you, all of you. Pray speak with me again when the when the preparations are complete, and together we shall stand against the horde. For the horde. I trust you are ready then. Good. Come, let us make for the battlefield. Commence battle, step of faith. Alright, level sync is in effect. You are above the maximum. Alright. Guy needs to have his toenails cut. He needs a pedicure really bad. Alright, duty commence. Alright, your item has been synced to 110. While synced, victory, accept the fury into your heart and defend this bridge with your life's blood. Alright, we'll see if I can. Protect the holy sea of Ishgard. Oh! I guess we get these guys first, huh? Oh, now we got a turtle. Okay, time for the turtle. But I bet you he, like, sits right in the middle and the dragon spits whatever crap it is. So you have to, like, keep dodging out, right? Okay, he's gone. Turtle's got some bad breath. Oh shit, everywhere, huh? Can we hide behind the turtle? Nope, can't hide behind the turtle. We're gonna get... Everyone fall back now. Ow. Can't move. Okay, we'll fall back, but all the way back there. And I can't run very fast. I am sprinting. I'm sprinting. Alright, we're all the way back here. Crunch. Yeah, I see pink circles everywhere. What does that mean? I get dumped on, that's what that meant. Okay. Ooh, that's not good. Something's healing me, which is good. Oh, do we have to run again? Ooh. Holy moly. Get out of the shit. There we go. I can just stay here because this is actually a more optimal location for me. Well, for my hits anyway. Because as a... First word has been breached. What does that mean? Fall back and regroup. The battle is not lost. Okay. Are we supposed to? Guard the ward? Where the hell's the ward? Oh, over there. So I gotta go chase these guys now. Lovely. As I said, yeah, you're not doing anything up there, so... You think someone that's a level 52 could do better? Come on now. Sitting there going, what am I hitting? I don't even know. There's too many things here. Okay, now I got the big guy in the middle. That's good. Died. Now what do we do? Just stand here and take it, I guess. Oof. And go back to kicking this guy's ass. Stand someplace where I can actually see what's going on. Oh, shit. Really? No, it's not going to let me out of this circle. Oh. And I'm half down. Oh god, please no. Ah. I didn't take too much damage, yay. Crap. Ooh, ouch. This is one of those things where maybe you should just like stand in the front and claim something. Second ward has fallen. Oh, is this one of these ones that's timed? So if we don't kill him within a certain amount of time, you fucked up. You have to do this all over again. Great. All the way back to the beginning again. If I can get any of these guys and target them. One down. My tab targeting is failing me. Big guy. How much more? Well, we're at 50%, so this could take a while. The enemy is not without weakness. This could take a while. Keep going. You must end this now. I'm trying. You guys aren't helping much. Everyone's going this way. Oh, more? Okay, now the center. Ooh, almost. He's finally going down, so maybe we can get this. Don't overlap, right? Come on, let's get him. I need to go all the way through this and then have to do it all over again. That would suck. Chewing at him. get him? Or is he like going to reset and go, you failed? Now we got him. Huh. He didn't go, huh. Oh, that sucks. Come on. Just give me a huh. That was tough. So what are we doing? Are we back in the same place? We sent the dragons packing. Hey, look, it's Dragonflight. Oh, the dragon's here withdrawing. Victory is ours. Now, where were all these guys? Because none of them were battling. Could have used the Dragoon in there. That would have been good. One Nidhogg's greatest champion slain. The Horde will not soon recover from this blow. But what of you, Nidhogg? Why did you not join your minions and make of this battle a slaughter? Have you grown so fond of the stench of your lair? Mayhap you prefer to have your allies fight your battles for you. You have a girl to do your bidding now, do you not? No matter, I shall slay Iceheart and all the rest. But I yearn to spill the blood of a great wren, Nidhogg, and only your death will sate my lance. I thought he was, or she, he, I thought he was standing on top of the dragon. I guess not. Okay. Suddenly he was at the top of the hill after being on the dragon. It's like, okay, whatever. Nope, wrong person. I don't need to click on my Param. Okay, what's going on? Chad, the dragons are routed. Lest you wonder, the fighting at the Steel Vigil was also fierce, but my Crystal Braves were not found wanting. Commander Levalier, Chad, true to your word, you have arrived to aid us in our hour of need. On behalf of the Sully Sea and people of Ishgard, I offer you my humble thanks. You're welcome. Though I would stay and lavish you with well-deserved praise, I fear I must away to oversee the aftermath of the siege. Not all the dragons are fled, and there are yet wounded to be carried from the field. Pray let us meet anon, that I might express my thanks with proper courtesy. Yeah, they're all like, all in a day's work. We have indeed achieved a victory of singular importance. With the Dravanian horde thus weakened and scattered, the threat to Ishgard has been greatly diminished. And mayhap equally significant, the Holy See must now recognize the necessity of cooperation with foreign powers. Long have they barred their gates against the outside world, but I am confident that the day will soon come when Ishgard proclaims itself a member of the Eorzean Alliance once more. Much have we sacrificed in our struggles against dragons and primals, the Ashians and the Empire, but step by unfaltered step, we march ever nearer to our goal. You mean the next expansion? Yes, ever. The journey is made with you in the van. In the van? Are we talking about soccer moms now? That kind of van? All right, whatever. The victory you have won this day gives us greater hope for the morrow. 'Twas a hope that shall sustain us in the days to come, and bear us past the many evils that yet seek to hinder our progress. Yes, we have done well, my friend, and I, for one, would take a moment to savor the enormity of our achievement. The demands of duty, however, allow me little time for levity. I must accompany Captain Ilberd back to Ul'dah and reassess those braves whose squad suffered heavy losses. You, my friend, have earned a rest at the Rising Stones. Pray return to Reverence Toll and share your tale with Menophelia in person. I want to see if I can get the flight point up there first. Because there's an area, unless they're going to send me back without me being able to. We will see to informing the other nations of what took place here. Do be sure to give our regards to Menophelia. We will let Menophelia know. Okay, speak with Alphanod, and now I got to go back, but like I said, there's another... Let me see the map here now, because there's where there was an area that was like right around this area that I was looking for to get. Was it up here? Maybe adjoining area. Is that it? Yeah. Oh, I bet you I can't even go there. I bet you they won't let me in there yet. Because Ishgard's not open yet, so I can't get that flight point. I don't know. Let's give it a shot and see what happens. Will they let me out? Fate discovered nearby. So can I... Question is, can I go this way? Or are they going to, like, block my ass? Steps of Faith. I guess it's this way, huh? I have no idea where I'm headed. Now it looks like I'm blocked. Wherever it is, I can't go there. Alright. Not a location where I can go at the moment. Is that where I wanted to go? Probably, yes. Yeah, the gates are closed, so that means I can't go. It's a sea of clouds. Oh, no, I didn't want to join the Fate. I don't care. Okay, we're going to go ahead and take the teleport back to Reverence Toll. So, I don't know how long this time was between the original game and the first expansion when it dropped. I'll have to look at the timing on it. But I'll tell you, it's like, I can see this being an extremely painful period for people that were playing this game, because you have a Labyrinth of the Ancients, which is supposedly this epic raid, which I haven't tried yet because I wanted to do all the rest of the storyline first. And then you've got 6 patches that they keep dropping. It's like, and another thing, and another thing, and here's another thing. And it's like, wow, that's, yeah, that wasn't, I don't know. I'd be curious to hear the history about what they were doing with this. Because it doesn't sound like it was, like, completely figured out. Oh, wait a second. I gotta go this one. All right, going back in here. So it's almost like they had an unexpected success with the game being introduced, and they had problems with the original game, so they were like spent all their first couple of years working on getting everything sorted out, and then they decided to do an expansion. And it's like, usually expansions you have to plan years in advance, right? And it's like, okay. I just think it's interesting. It's like, yeah, the storyline looks like it's kind of cobbled together and stuff. So, Chad, welcome back. Alphanod sent word of the siege and, of course, the role you played in ending it. Your deeds never cease to amaze me, Chad. Thank you. And I get to pick either Quick Tongue, Spell Speed, Skill Speed. I need Skill Speed. And Broken Bridges. So, I want to see where that is, so I'm going to open up my browser real quick here. And let's see. Broken Bridges. So, Steps of Faith. This opens this. So, we are just about halfway through the last patch before the fall, before we get into Heavensward. So, we keep going. So, what's the next administrative decision? Okay, so Menophilia, I guess, is going to tell me about the administrative decision. Yep. Menophilia seems loath to put you to further trouble so soon after your last great exertion. Now, please, get on with it. You must be weary, Chad, and now may very well be your only chance to... Oh, so much for that. Antecedent. It's Tataru! Okay, I have a question for anyone who's played this game. Tataru or Tataru? Which one? One or two? A message from Ulda arrived with a missive for you. The Royal Seal. Curious indeed. Nah, she's like going, I'm out of here. Ah, an invitation. On behalf of the Council of the Eorzean Alliance, Her Royal Majesty Nanamo Ulnamo invites the Scions of the Seventh Dawn to attend a feast at the Royal Palace of Ulda in honor of Ishgard's recent victory. It would seem we are to be recognized for our part in lifting the siege, you for your valiant efforts as commander of the adventure's contingent, and the Archons for their earnest attempt to rouse the city-states. Truly, I find it strange that the Alliance leaders should think themselves deserving of a place at such a celebration. All three refused to deploy their standing armies, preferring to send hastily assembled companies of sellswords, many of whom perished ere the siege began. Are they truly so brazen to seek a share in the glory of your triumph? Yeah, that's politicians for you, right? But mayhaps they simply seek a pretext to meet with the Ishgardians while the mood is yet jubilant. Such an occasion would present a fine opportunity to press for Ishgard's return to the Eorzean Alliance. We have scarce had time to mourn Moen, and I, for one, am in no mood to carouse. But I suppose we must put away our grief for the good of the realm. Yeah, let's go party. Though you were promised rest, I fear I must insist that you also attend. It would be strange celebration indeed if the victorious hero were not present. Praise content yourself with the thought that such occasions may bring about momentous change, and this without recourse to bloodshed. Tataru, if you would do me the favor of contacting the rest of the Scions. God, I cannot talk. Words are hard today. Of course, antecedent. And please let me know if there's anything else I can do. Sigh. Pregnant pause. Yes. Curious. I have never known Tataru to sigh at such requests. Could aught be amiss? I don't know. Am I supposed to go talk to Tataru now? Look for Tataru at her desk. Yes, I am. It is Tataru Tuesday, so why not? Click on my butt and I can get out. And she's over here. Destination. I am surveying the destination. Maybe she took a vacation. She called in a temp to do her work. I need indeed. Tataru is conspicuous in her absence. Yes, she is. Okay. Look for Tataru at her desk. I did. Now what? Speak with Philemon? Philemon. There's Philemon. Oh, yes. Hi, Mom. Tataru, I believe she just stepped outside. Now that I think of it, she did seem rather preoccupied. Okay. And I guess I gotta go out. She's out somewhere in Reverend's Toll. Or maybe she disappeared. It's the new mystery. Where is she? Alright, she's not in here. So I need to, like, hunt her down. Well, she's over in this area somewhere. I like the name of this guy's guild, I guess. Roar. At War's Horizon. Okay. Right, so she's got to be in this area here somewhere. What am I supposed to do? Search. I am searching. Oh. Except when I'm, like, staring at the ground and I can't see anything. Okay, she's not going to be over here. Maybe she's up on top? Papana? Papana. Is she over here somewhere? She doesn't appear to be in the building. Well, I don't know. She might be in... Is she in here? No. No, we're going to decline that one for right now. And she's not over there, so... I'm looking at the orange circle here. That's got to be someplace. Up? Oh, she's up above somewhere. She's like... She's going to go jump. No! She can't do that. Let's see if I can see her from up here. Your mount can fly no higher. I don't see her. Maybe if I, like, land, I might be... Nope, this is out of an area. Out of the area. So she's got to be... Is she on this bridge? The bridge is kind of, like, wobbly here. No, she's not here. Yosen Hosen. I haven't seen this kid for a while. I keep telling the grown-ups that they're adventurers now, but they still won't let me out to explore. They say it's too dangerous. Yeah, kid. We'll just have to show them what the Doman Braves are capable of. Right, keep talking that way. Alright, I don't see her she's not up here, and there's not a whole lot of up. So, she's still got to be in the area down below then. Okay, I'm just going to get off of this mount. And can I get off of this mount, please? Thank you. Alright. And I don't see her... Okay, what does it say? Read the whole thing. Sighing as she went out Reverend's Toll and search for replacement. Oh, and search for the receptionist. Okay, search. Though she had hoped to grant you some respite after the exertion, blah, blah, blah. You search for Tataru, but find her desk unattended. Mayhap knows where her whereabouts. Yes, okay. But we've already... She's in this area somewhere. That's all I know. And I'm in the circle where she should be. Do any of these people know where she is? Nope. Nope. She doesn't know. I guess you don't need to ask people. Is she over here? No. These are all the merchants. Trumps, get your turnips. Get your turnips. Independent menders. Maybe I should mend myself? I kind of took a beating in that last thing. Yeah, 479. Please? Thank you. Oh, there she is. She's standing up on top. So it was kind of an up. Sort of. There's some stairs. Man, that took a while. I thought I didn't see her from above. Probably because, like, one of those banners. Yeah, see, the banners were hiding her. All right, what's going on, girl? Oh, Chad, it's you. I didn't mean to worry anyone. It's nothing, really. Well, it's not nothing exactly, but it feels like nothing compared to the towering trials you and the others face every day. And that's why I should probably talk to Menophelia before things get any worse. Ah, you always know what to say, Chad. I'm glad we had this little chat. But I still have no idea what's wrong with her. All right, now I could go back to Menophelia. It's not that way. It's this one over here. Probably your account with Staples has been frozen or something, right? Sorry, you can't get any more paper. You've been using way too much lately. All right, we're going to save this little mystery until after my break. I'm going to take a quick bio, and I will be right back. Hang in there. All right, I'm back. And let's talk to Menophelia and see what's up with her. So what has Tataru got to say for herself? Yes, Tataru, you have my undivided attention. I've been hesitant to broach the subject, what with all the recent excitement, but Chad made me realize that there's no time like the present, and time is what I'm here to ask you for. I am not sure I understand. If you wish to be excused from your duties for a time, then we have certainly earned the rest. You have certainly earned the rest, and I suspect that lying abed is far from your intent. You know me too well, antecedent. There is, in fact, something I've been wanting to try my hand at. Along with the adventures and the Crystal Braves, the Scions are constantly being thrown into dangerous battles and deadly predicaments. Every hoary boulder and Caltonet have been promoted from guard duty to fill our need for competent warriors. And so it seems only right that I, too, should acquire the power to defend myself, and others, more importantly. When I return, I shall be both your receptionist and your bodyguard. Ooh. Okay. And she smiles at me. Good luck. Whoa, hey, hoary boulder. That's the first time I've almost been knocked down to the ground by Lalafell. I've never seen Miss Tataru so determined. Has aught befell with which I might help, antecedent? Ah, not at present, thank you. Was there something you would ask of me? Oh, yes. Pray excuse my distraction. An adventurer who was to join us for escort duty was injured while out on patrol. And I fear we cannot properly defend the scholars entrusted to our protection without the aid of at least one more guard. Therefore, I humbly request that another adventurer of the capable kind, of course, be assigned to our party. No, we're going to assign like a bookworm, an incapable one. Very well. I shall consider the potential candidates and provide you with a replacement as soon as I am able. My thanks, antecedent. I take my leave of you. See you, bye. And complete it. All right, Menophelia. Oh, I've got two. Unexpected. Okay, we'll take both of these. Menophelia is at a loss for words. Power to defend oneself. Tataru has ever been full of surprises. Now that I think of it, I do recall Urange mentioning that she had developed an interest in the Arcanema. Perhaps she hopes to gain admittance to the Arcanist Guild in Limsa Lomensa? Yes, that will be the way of it. Would you be so kind as to journey to the guild and see that all is well? It is doubtless unwarranted. Hang on a second, guys. I need to... Yeah, good. It already got taken off. Yay. So it appears my bot is working for a change. Yeah. It is doubtless unwarranted, but surely I am not alone in my concern for her safety. All right, and what's the other one? I got a second one. Menophilia is eyeing you with a mixture of regret and desperation. Regret? Chad, I've wanted you for so long, but I regret it. I wonder, do you perchance recall the commitment I made to furnish Hoary Boulder with a capable adventurer? Well, I am sorry to say that I have, as yet, been unable to do so. Now I realize that you are rather more than a capable adventurer, and that escort duty is frankly beneath a man of your talents. What kind of talents are we talking about, Menophilia? But I have no one else to turn to at present. Might you be willing to forego rest and assist us in this matter? Generous to a fault. Thank you, Chad. Now, it seems only fair that I explain the import of the task in question. For some time, our order has employed a handful of scholars to travel around Eorzea, taking etheric readings that we might better understand the impact of primal summonings. Naturally, it behooves us to ensure our employees' safety, and so we ask the adventurers in our service to serve as escorts. Hoary Boulder and Coltonet were to act as two such escorts, as was a third adventurer. Alas, due to injury, said adventurer is not presently fit for duty. Hence my need to impose upon your goodwill. Okay, you truly are a pillar of strength, Chad. Hoary Boulder will share with you the details of your task. We should be waiting for you outside. Be safe. Okay. So, I need to go two different places. I need to go to, was it Limsa? I need to go to Limsa Lomensa. So let's go ahead and do that one first. And we're going to go to Limsa Lomensa. Yes. Then we'll pop back. And we're back. All right. Walk this way. I see a lot of chairs. Wonder what that's all about. I don't know what that symbol means. I've never seen that one before. That's interesting. A lot of people just standing around. It's like they've got up and maybe they're watching me. Not. Let's see if I can remember where the Arcanist Guild is, because I've got a Thermodge or whatever they call them already. It's in here? Yes. Who am I supposed to talk to? Over here. Somewhere. I don't see anyone. Am I not in the right place? Or is it next door? Should be like right here. I don't see anything. Maybe it's upstairs? That's interesting. Or maybe it's in here? Can I go in here? The reception all lies straight away. In other words, don't go there. Is it downstairs? Okay. Getting lost, like usual. Oh, there she is. It was downstairs. Okay. How do I get into this? Over there. Cool. She's going to be a summoner, just like my other tune is. Chad, what are you doing here? I'm following you. I didn't mean for her to worry. That's the last thing I wanted. Putting an end to such worries is precisely the reason I'm here, don't you see? I, Tataru, shall become a great and powerful arcanist. And now, at Mistress behest, I must go and complete a special training exercise. Until we meet again. Is that it? Search for Tataru at the Arcanist Guild. So she's probably upstairs now, right? Shining Emerald. I said Shining Emerald. Okay. Yeah, I remember that. Can't go that way. It's all the way around this way, right? And upstairs. So now we'll go back upstairs. Ah, yes. I remember speaking with this woman. Thank you. Greetings and welcome to the Arcanist Guild. Do you require assistance? And I'll let her know what's going on. So you are acquainted with our newest member. I am sorry to be the bearer of bad news, but I fear young Tataru may not be ideally suited to the study of Arcania. Arcanima. Nevertheless, she would not be denied and goes now to undertake her first trial. A simulated inspection of 3 crates. A simple task, some might say, but one all arcanists are expected to complete. A thought occurs to me, why not supervise Tataru's training? You are clearly an accomplished adventurer, and given your relationship with the girl, you seem an ideal person to have on hand. Her trial will be conducted at the cliffs south of the Zephyr Gate. You need only observe at a distance. Okay, now I gotta go to the Zephyr Gate. And which area is that? Lower decks. Oh, come on. Give me a break here. Where's this thing? All right, I'm way over on the other side, so I gotta go, well, yeah. Start running. I really do need to, like, look and see what the different symbols mean. I mean, I know what the chairs are, because that's like, okay, this person's been hanging around and they're not doing anything. They are away from their tune. But some of the other symbols that are up on the top, I have no idea whatsoever. And this is a mess of blue, like usual. Oh, which way am I headed? Am I going up to the upper gates? Maybe I am. I have to go up. All right, now where? Where is... Show me on the map where I'm supposed to be. I'm way over there. I went the wrong way, of course. Okay, let's get rid of that. Alright, I need to go this way. And hopefully figure it out. So these cities are so congested that I can see why they would choose to not allow for people to run around in them. Because it's just like painful to get around, I guess. Yeah, now I'm headed back down to the bottom again. I just came from here. Is this not the area I'm supposed to be? Oh, for God's sake. Yep, that's the end of that. Yes, I am in the wrong place. I'm supposed to be upstairs. Okay. Maybe go this way. Nope. Can't go that way. Alright, what's going on inside? Can I go this way? Nope. And I just came from that area, so lost again. Oh, maybe not. Is this going up? Please tell. Oh, this is going down. Damn it. Nope, but maybe it's the right direction. Yes. Yay! See, I should have stayed down below to begin with. The Zephyr Gate. Alright, let's get rid of this. Oh, she's doing that quest. Okay. I remember doing this with my summoner when I first started. It's kind of a cool quest, actually. I like that whole storyline. For the summoner, that is. Alright, I'm going to survey the area and see where she is. And hostile presence will pop up, right? No, it's cinematic. Orders Azure seas to Pirate Port, where she met her shining jewel. For to bring the smuggler's plans to naught came the lass whom none could fool. Beat 'em with a backdraft, gut 'em with a gust, deck them with a downburst, and go carbuncle go. Oh, she has her own little carbuncle there. That's cool. Oh, ho, 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 ho. Are those crates I spy? Ah, this must be the true test, but we're ready for them, aren't we, Carbuncle? It's an anteater. Let's get this anteater. It's dangerous. And the Carbuncle's like, I'm out of here. Carbuncle? Where'd you go? And she's running off. And now there's all kinds of critters. Uh-oh. Come back, Carbuncle, come back. Okay, am I supposed to, like, do anything else? I guess I gotta go speak to Tataru. Tataru. She's up here somewhere. Yeah, I'm gonna leave the lost sheep. I'm not worried about the fate. I'm a little higher than they should be. Okay. I should have known you'd come, Chad. You can always depend on me. Come on, I'm one of those guys. You needn't say a word. Your face says it all. You know you bore witness to my shame. Sniffle. Betrayed by my own carbuncle and left at the mercy of wild beasts. I must accept the truth. I'll never be a warrior like you or the others. I will inform Mistress Thubi. I gotta say this right. Thubirjum of my intention to withdraw from the guild. Arcanima, like so much else, is beyond me. Arcanima. And she's sobbing. I have to lend her a shoulder. Or am I just going to stand there and stare at her? I guess I'm just going to stand there and stare at her. Okay, fine. Whatever. That sucks. Okay, now what? Oh, I got to go back. Alright, let's go back. Of course I went the wrong way. Gotta go in the right bridge. It's like, no, you're supposed to take the bridge, idiot. Oh, come on. Be nice. It's not even letting me get on. Oh, because you gotta go in this way. Ah. Go on the Zephyr Gate. Clueless. Jeez. Get off your damn mount. What is this? Welcome to Sundry Splendors. It's a one-stop shop, a subsidiary of Rowena's House of Splendors. Practically every weapon, piece of gear, or helpful item that can be purchased in exchange for Allegan tomestones and similar tokens have been gathered in a single convenient location. Take a moment and browse the merchandise. Okay. That's fine. I can do that. Let's see what else is here. Primal gear, level, no. Well, primal gear, I think, is the only stuff that I could... Well, I can't even use any of that because I don't have... Let's see. This is a pugilist arm. It's actually less damage than what I have. Katana, no. Now, if I add stuff, this would give me, like, +1 damage higher. Alright. Glazenfaust, a pugilist arm. It's about the same as what I have. And ironwork gear. Oh. Augmented. Can't use that. I could use that. Visor of striking. A striking visor. So what does it look like? Try it on. Yeah, no. That's bizarre. Okay, what does this outfit look like? No. I don't want to exchange. Try it on. I'm not real fond of like the direction of the outfits, but arms guard, is that something? These are gloves. So let's try these on. Those are weird. Hose. Oh, I get to wear hose now. Yeah, they barely... I mean... Well, I guess these are pants, right? They're legs. They're not boots. What do the boots look like? Come on, show me the boots. Please. Ironwork blade I can't use. What do these look like? So they don't give me any boots. That's strange. No boots. Oh, here we go. Solarettes. Never heard of solarettes. Yeah. God, the design is just kind of like... Alright. See ya, bye. Sorry, I had to like check and see. I mean, how your character looks is important in your game, right? If he looks like hell all the time, then it's kind of like, eh. I know Peep says on Sunday nights when we're playing our World of Warcraft and streaming that, it's like, okay, you don't look like a hobo anymore. Yay. If you have a coordinated outfit. That's important. Back to the Pugilist, not the Pugilist, Arcanist Guild. Alright. And... back so soon. How fared our fledgling Arcanist? Abysmally, Mistress Thubirjum. Abysmally, as Chad will testify. I was wrong to become an Arcanist. Wrong as usual. I am completely and utterly unqualified, and I sincerely apologize for wasting your time. Tataru, if that were true, I would not have permitted you to join in the first place. You must all come to accept our limitations, lest our ambitions lead us astray. However, we must not lose sight of our strengths in the process. For example, your exceptional skill with numbers helped you gain a solid grasp of the fundamentals of Arcanima. Were it not so, you would have struggled even to summon a carbuncle to your side. In my opinion, the Scions are truly fortunate to have such a capable and good-natured receptionist in their service. Would you not agree? Don't drag me into this. Okay, all right. You're too kind, Mistress Thuberg-Jim. Though I would not overcome this challenge, I shall take your word to heart and try not to be discouraged. Okay, that was a nice little offshoot. And now what? And I go back and talk to Tataru. No, not my wind-up. Come on. Can I aim at Tataru without... There. Tataru is considering our next course of action and how you might aid her in it. Sigh, I fetched as these garments are, as fetching as these garments are, I fear I shall never don them again. What? Isn't that the same outfit you were wearing before? No, I guess not. They are a cool looking outfit, but I cannot go back to the Rising Stone without something to show for my time away. Wait, I know what I can do. That is, if you don't mind accompanying me for a little longer. Sure, I'll hang. Wonderful, then to Costa del Sol we will go. It's a bit of a gamble, but I'm confident it will pay off. Alright, and now we gotta, like, jam over to Costa del Sol. Alright. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-da. Where is it? I probably went right by it. There it is. Okay. Can I get on my mount and ride around here? Yes. Good. Is she like... Oh, there she is. Staying in the middle of everything. She's getting a suntan? Oh my god, she's in a bikini. Yes, this is it. This is where the man at the Drowning Wench told me to go. Told me to look. Okay. There is a certain variety of clam which can be harvested this time of year in Bloodshore. One which produces the most marvelous pearls. However, these clams are also coveted by certain wild creatures, and since I fared rather poorly in battle last time, let us be off. So she wants me to help her go clam baking. Okay. That's cool, I guess. This away? Back on my Magitech. Is that her in the middle of everything right there? Yes, it is. What fortune! I've already found one. Would you be so kind as to keep watch while I work? This should only take a moment. Alright, and there's probably something going to jump up behind me. Oh, there's the destination I need to stand at. Don't protect her by standing at her back. You feel, oh, it's a Muggle. There we go. I have stood guard. Stand guard. I have guarded. Well fought, Chad. Well fought. I knew I was right to ask you to come. Of course, you would have been demolished. As for me, I have my prize, a bounty of blood pearls. So named for their reddish hue, they were treasured as wards against dark magics in ancient times. I thought I might make charms for everyone, so that no matter where they go, they will always come home. Ooh, that's kind of a nice thought. It's sort of the power to defend myself and other people in a way. Right, well, mustn't keep Philemon waiting. There's work to be done and lots of it. We're to secure provisions for the scions in Lone Minsa Market. She may have an eye for quality, but I have a nose for bargains. Will you be heading back to the Rising Stones? If so, pray convey my apologies to the antecedent and tell her that she needn't worry about me. Okay. Farewell, Chad, and thank you for everything. That sounded rather final, didn't it? Well, how about until we meet again? Bye, my queen. Adios. That's it. Woo. Up. What is she up to? Okay, who knows where she's going. Something's up with her, though. Alright, so we got to go back to Menophelia at the Rising Stone. Except I'm not going back that way. I got to go this way. And then we'll go deal with Hoary Boulder, wherever he is. Well, there's Hoary, not Harry. I'll talk with him as soon as I finish talking to Menophelia. Welcome home, Chad. I gather you found Tataru and Limsa Lamensa? Yeah, this is what happened. She almost got her face eaten off. Twice. It sounds as though she had quite an adventure, and while it did not end as she had hoped, I suspect that it will prove to be a valuable experience. I dare say I could have managed without her intervention. Even so, or I dare say she could have managed without our intervention. Even so, I appreciate your indulging my request. I just leveled up. Ding! Level 53. Yay! And now I gotta go talk to Hori. Yes. All right, Hori. Ah, Chad, is it true that you agreed to lend us a hand? Yeah. Huzzah! What did I tell you, Coltonet? Our misfortune has become a blessing, an opportunity to serve alongside the Warrior of Light himself. Need to remind you that we have 3 scholars to escort, each of whom will take a different route. True, but our mission is the same. Separated by malms we may be, but in spirit we shall be together. If such thoughts bring you joy, you are welcome to think them. To more practical concerns, Chad, we would have you attend to the scholar charged with surveying the South Shroud. He is waiting at Camp Tranquil as we speak. All you need to do is follow the man. He will determine the most appropriate locations to take his readings. In spirit, Chad, in spirit, we shall be together every step of the way. And off he goes. Bye. And I need to go to Camp I need to go to Camp Tranquil. And that is there, obviously. So we're going to fly over there. And there's my unsettled scholar. Hello, Mr. Unsettled. How are you? At last, the Scion's man deigns to grace me with his presence. A pity that we have no time for pleasantries. Okay, you're a jerk. Our first destination is Isamhar. Come, we are late enough as it is. Did I already mention that you're a jerk? Okay. Where am I going? Up there. Fine. I'm going to fly, so maybe I'll actually beat you there? Maybe not. We'll see. You can fly no higher. Don't care about the fate. Yes, this location should suffice. Once I finish calibrating my instruments, I will require but a moment to take the necessary measurements. I trust I need not explain that my work can suffer no interruptions. Then please stand at an appropriate distance and keep watch for wild beasts. And I need to stand at a respectful distance, so I guess this is it. And those antelope are going to attack us? No, we got flies. Of course. There's probably a big fly somewhere where... They never come in just 3. Oh, that was it. Wow, an easy one for a change. Okay. I see we have both completed our respective tasks. A satisfactory outcome, though I could make one suggestion. You might try to dispatch your foes more quietly in the future. I do not like to pick fault, but I really must be allowed to concentrate. Okay, now then, Snake Molt awakes, shall we? Wherever that is. Now I need to go to Snake Molt. Oh, it's a dungeon. Okay, well, this is not going to be something that I'm going to be able to finish today because I've got like just 20 minutes, less than 20 minutes to get my act together here. Snake mold. So let me guess, there's snakes. Am I correct? Am I supposed to do this one? Right about here, yes. As before, I would ask that you keep an eye out for dangerous beasts as I work. It wouldn't let, you know, brr. I keep trying to move, but it wouldn't, camera wouldn't let me go there. Sorry, guys. Okay. There's the destination. So I shall stand over here and wait for shit to happen. No. Go away. Thank you. Standing watch. Okay. Okay, safeguard as the scholar takes measurements. Was that quiet enough for you? No, you're still too loud. Fascinating. These readings are not at all what I expected. Though perhaps that should come as no surprise. I am not given to superstition, but there is a queer, almost blasphemous air hereabouts. Let us quit this place and return to Roots Lake. We have one more site to survey. Okay. I guess I'm not doing a dungeon right here. I'm going someplace else. And that is over there. Okay. I'll just go this way and then start flying. Hey, I'm surprised that my mount can fly that high to begin with, so. He's a chubby chocobo anyway. Hello. As before, my guardian, pray leave me to my task and ensure our safety. And where do I have to stand? Over here somewhere. On the other side of these guys. Or is that, am I going to get a turtle beating on me now? This is a level 31. It shouldn't be an issue, but who knows? I might get, like, just a lot of these guys. Yeah, see, I'm getting the extras here. Oh, come on. Where are the guys I need to kill? There. These guys are boogers with their little area of attack here. Is that it? I guess so. Alright, good. Those guys were annoying. This data should prove invaluable to Sniff. Ye gods, what is that stench? Did you slaughter a creep of adamantoids while my back was turned? I don't know what they were. Quickly now, to Camp Tranquil. I will not have my clothing reeking of blood and offal. And back to Camp Tranquil, wherever that is now. That's up there, so not very far. Okay. It's right here, in fact. And there's the unsettled scholar. Hello. You chose to paddle in the Iker a while longer, I take it. No matter. I took advantage of my unexpected privacy and performed a cursory analysis of my data. It would appear that there has been a measurable decrease in the Orzia's ambient ether concentrates since the calamity. However, this data is far from conclusive. We must take additional measurements to confirm my assessments. Okay. Additional measurements it is. Who better to serve the scions of the Seventh Dawn than a humble scholar and his faithful assistant? Oh, do I have to put up with this guy? Durability draught. That might be something I could use. Yeah, I might take up on the durability draught for this. Our next survey, I would have you escort me to Earth's font. The ambient ether concentrations there are so high that crystalline structures form spontaneously. Consequently, anomalous fluctuations should be much easier to detect. Brilliant? Yes. No. Don't bother asking or answering. That was rhetorical. Now, come along. Okay. At least I now understand the guy's like really annoying. And we got to go to Earth's Font, wherever that is. Show me. That is over by Quarry Mill. All right, so we're going to portal to Quarry Mill. And let's see, it's not there. There it is. Quarry Mill it is. And he's off this way. Some direction. And I'll fly through the hills here until I get to him. Earth's Gift. As opposed to EARTH. Very clever. Oh, this is where I beat up the old guy. I felt bad about that one. You should be more than familiar with the procedure by now. Pray find a suitable position from which to keep watch while I take measures. It's over here, obviously. Stand on a rock and click on the destination. And I've got probably, this is going to be a bigger one because they're doing a cutscene. So yes, quite high, yet still markedly low than the historical measurements taken near the end of the 6th Astral Era. Could the presence of a primal account for the difference, or is there something else? That was it? There's got to be other creatures. Something else. Scion, come here, I need you. It's a blue coat. Ah. Fear not, my friends, help has arrived. There you are, Chad. Hori and I were worried when you and your charge failed to return at the appointed hour. Must have used the GPS to track me down. Gutted like a hog, but not by one, no. These wounds were made with a blade. Doesn't look like he put up much of a fight either. Nary a mark on his sword or his shield. So someone he knows. I've heard nothing of any Crystal Brave operations in this area. What cause had Wilrid to come here? What should we do? We will see to the scholar's protection, Chad. So the mystery continues. Aye, and the boy remains. Boys remains. You should return to the Rising Stone. The antecedent will want to know what happened here. And so do I. And they just keep us in suspense, so I gotta go to the Rising Stone again. So let's go back to there. Gotta go to the right door. I always end up coming in on the different side every time. I already have my suspicions about what's going on, but yeah, no. I have conspiracy theory. I'll just let it ride. We'll see how the story ends. Because who knows, I could be completely washed up. I don't think I will be, but we'll see. Chad, you're returned, and you seem troubled. Did the role of escort chafe so? Yeah, let me tell you, this guy was an asshole. Wilrid dead? Perhaps murdered by the 12? How can that be? No, the 12 didn't murder him. I will send word to Alphanod at once. We will want to conduct a full investigation and send word to Wilrid's family. Gods, he was just a boy. Who would do this and why? But I am sorry, Chad. Doubtless this weighs heavy on your heart, and we have already imposed upon you so much. Pray take some time for yourself. I dare say you have more than earned a respite. After all, you will be most busy with preparations as the banquet draws near. Should other adventures summon you elsewhere, perhaps now is the time to heed their call. In order to progress to the main scenario, you must first complete a certain quest in the Crystal Tower series. Oh my god, they're going to make me go there. Okay. So, I'm going to take the durability draught. And I can't go any further unless I finish this stuff. So, okay. So how far do I have to enter the labyrinth? That's where I actually have to go in and do this. Man, that's a brutal way to have to gate this thing. But I guess we're going to go over there. Now, this is a raid, I think. So I don't know how long it'll take to actually gather up enough people to make the run. That, and I don't know whether I'm geared well enough to be able to do it. But that may also be part of the whole gating process, is you have to finish this in order to advance. Because you get raid gear, and then that's better than what you currently have, and all that fun stuff. Who knows? And we'll find out. How far do I have to go? Quite a ways. Do I have to... I gotta take the long route again. Yeah, I'm gonna have to give some thought of whether I'm going to do this on my own, or whether I'm going to try to... Oh, crap. You guys can go. Can I get off of my mount and kill these guys? Thank you. Alright, and I need to go this way. So through the door. Through the crystal gate. Yes, go into the 8 sentinels. So here I am. Here I am. Stuck in the middle with you. And I guess we'll just keep going until I can't get any further. So we got through, we opened this area a few weeks ago, so I don't have to worry about this. But I do have to worry about this up here. So I'm going to click on this and see, this is the entrance. Yeah, see here, Labyrinth of the Ancients is level 50, and I'm going to see, just for ducks, I'm going to see how long. Time limit's 2 hours. So maybe I leave this until next week. Average wait time is only 7 minutes. All right, so we're going to, yeah, that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to leave this until next time. Where's my duty log before I get pulled into it? Duty finder. We're going to withdraw. And we will try this next time. So we'll have to, that'll give me some time to actually look at it and not be such a dumbass when I do this. Until I see you next time, which is maybe next Tuesday for Tataru Tuesday. Hopefully she doesn't disappear so I don't I have to rename my stream again because I like Tataru Tuesday. But if I don't see you before the next time I see you, have a good day. Have a good afternoon. Have a wonderful evening. Please stay safe. I love you all. Thanks for stopping by, and I will see you soon. Bye now.